6. I am Mr. Indrabhan Bhor, sir. The name of the first chapter is that rotational dynamics. We learned many basic concept and kinematical equations for the circular motion. Now we have to solve example number first, which is at page number 2. Example first, which is at page number 2. In this example, the fan is rotating at 90 rpm. Example मध्ये काय दिलेलं आहे? Fan is rotating at 90 rpm. Then fan switch off. त्यानंतर फॅन स्विच ऑफ झालेला आहे. परंतु किती रिव्हॉल्यूशन नंतर? 21 रिव्हॉल्यूशन्स नंतर. तर तो फॅन स्विच ऑफ झाल्यानंतर त्या फॅनला रेस्ट पोझिशनला येण्यासाठी किती कालावधी लागला ते आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायचंय. तर एक्झाम्पल सर्वांना समजले का? सी द एक्झाम्पल नंबर फर्स्ट ऑन पेज नंबर 2. द फॅन इज रोटेटिंग ॲट 90 rpm. Fan is rotating at 90 rpm. Then fan switch off. त्यानंतर फॅन स्विच ऑफ झालेला आहे, परंतु फॅनने त्यावेळेस 21 रिव्हॉल्यूशन्स पूर्ण केलेले आहेत. फॅन कंप्लीट 21 रिव्हॉल्यूशन. 21 रिव्हॉल्यूशन झाल्यानंतर तो फॅन स्विच ऑफ झालेला आहे. मग 21 रिव्हॉल्यूशन झाल्यानंतर तो फॅन काय लगेच जागच्या जागी स्टॉप होऊ शकत नाही. त्याला स्टॉप होण्यासाठी काहीतरी वेळ लागेल. सो वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट टाइम टेकन बाय फॅन टू स्टॉप. लेट फ्रिक्वेन्सी N0 is equal to 90 rpm. The fan is rotating with 90 rpm. So that frequency N0 is equal to 90 rpm. We have to convert it in RPS, so that N0 is equal to 90 by 60. It is in RPS. So that N0 is equal to 0 gets cancelled. 9 by 6, that is 1.5 RPS. Let initial angular velocity omega 0 is equal to 2 pi N0. This formula you should know that omega 0 is equal to 2 pi n0. The basic formula is that omega is equal to 2 pi n, so that we can write omega 0 is equal to 2 pi n0. Here omega 0 is the initial angular velocity. Omega 0 is equal to 2 pi. The value of n0 is 1.5 into 1.5. So that omega 0 is equal to 2 into 1.5, 3 pi radian per second, because unit of the angular velocity is radian per second. So that omega 0 is equal to 3 pi radian per second. After 21 revolutions fan stop. 21 revolution झाल्यानंतर फॅन स्टॉप झालेला आहे, म्हणजे त्याची फायनल अँग्युलर व्हेलॉसिटी किती असणार? 0 असणार. Final angular velocity 0. As fan taken 21 revolutions, so that for one revolution it create 2 pi radian, so that angular displacement theta is equal to 2 pi. But there are 21 revolution, so that n is the number of revolution. We can write theta is equal to 2 pi n. So that theta is equal to 2 pi into 21. कारण की तो फॅन 21 revolution घेऊन स्टॉप झालेला आहे. So that theta is equal to 2 into 21, 42 pi. So that angular displacement theta is equal to 42 pi. Now let, by using equation of kinematics of the circular motion, let alpha is equal to, we know that angular acceleration depends upon final angular velocity minus initial angular velocity upon timing. As the definition of angular acceleration is that it is rate of change of angular velocity, so that alpha is equal to omega minus omega 0 upon t. Alpha is the angular acceleration, omega is the final angular velocity, omega 0 is the initial angular velocity upon t. It is equal to omega square minus omega 0 square upon 2 theta upon 2 theta. Let alpha is equal to omega minus omega 0 upon t is equal to omega square minus omega 0 square upon 2 theta. This formula creates as alpha is equal to omega minus omega 0 upon t, as you know that this, but this formula creates from kinematical equation. This formula creates from kinematical equation. That kinematical equation as analogous to linear equation is that phi square is equal to u square plus twice as. So that for circular motion omega square is equal to omega 0 square plus 2 alpha theta. So that alpha is equal to omega square minus omega 0 square upon 2 theta. I use this formula directly here. You should know how to solve this. So that alpha is equal to omega minus omega 0 upon t is equal to omega square minus omega 0 square upon 2 theta. Let omega minus omega 0 upon t is equal to omega square minus omega 0 square upon 2 theta. As the value of omega is 0 minus omega 0, the value of omega 0 is that 3 pi radian per second. So that 3 pi. We have to calculate value of t. It is unknown value is equal to omega square 0 minus value of omega 0 3 pi. 3 pi square upon 2 into the value of theta is that 42 pi. So that 0 minus 3 pi upon t is equal to 0 minus 3 pi square upon 2 into 42 pi. Now see here, minus minus gets cancelled. Here 3 pi, here 3 pi square. So that 1 3 pi cancel and 1 3 pi remains. And here 2 into 42 pi. After that, if you divide by 3 to 84, you got 28. So that t is equal to 28 second. As 1 by t is equal to 1 by 28, you got t is equal to 28 second. So that time required for the fan to stop 28 second. म्हणजे याचा अर्थ असा झाला की त्या फॅनला स्टॉप होण्यासाठी 28 सेकंद लागले रेस्ट पोझिशनला येण्यासाठी.